With the Apple iOS 14 update, it became much harder to laser target people on Facebook, as you are not able to not only remarket but also cold target users based on interest for those who have opted out from Facebook tracking. With that in mind, Facebook now officially says that your ad creative is even more important than ever, since you will be cold targeting users without really knowing their interests. But this gives you an opportunity to narrow down your ad creative message, design, and make the perfect video ad of your product. And that's what we're going to cover today. Hello and welcome to the Oberlo channel and Real Talks, where we cover everything on how to optimize your side hustle. We'll go over some of our top marketing tips and more. Let's introduce ourselves and let our audience know what we're doing and why we're worth listening to.
Hi, I'm Lexi. I have been with Shopify for a little over 2 years now. I've helped many stores with business growth and technical stuff. I studied commerce in school, and I've even worked in academia developing and maintaining digital marketing programs. And I run my own store for my art.
Hey, I have been with Shopify for 2 years, so I've helped many stores from business growth to technical stuff. I also went to business school, and I'm an artist entrepreneur running my own brand on multiple social platforms.
As mentioned today, we're going to cover different parts of a video ad creative that converts, and you'll be able to design it and post it as a video ad on Facebook, Instagram, or let's be honest, any social media platform, because as a general idea, it's the same for all the social media platforms. So we're going to give you 5 amazing video ads, and you should take them as a general example of how a great video ad should look and feel. Moreover, if you want to get help from us, now this is in regards to marketing, product selection, store design, advertising, go to your Oberlo app, and in the bottom right-hand corner, click on the support button. Now, this is where you want to make sure to use the real talk hashtag in your message and just write your question where you need help from us. Using the real talk hashtag and basically takes that message and puts it into a special dedicated box. So our team, like me and Farah and Mel and all of our awesome peeps, they can help you. We're going to be like, oh my God, let us help you. So yeah, hashtag real talk. Tell us what you need. We're here for you and your business.
Okay, before getting started, we need to get all the tools that we will need to make our video ad. And here's a list of all of them. You can replace some with others, but this is a general idea on what you'll need to have to design those videos. Number 1, Canva. Number 2, InShot or iMovie or Windows Movie Maker. Windows Movie Maker. Or Clipchamp, which is $9 a month, but works really well, and you can design videos lightning fast. And that's pretty much it.
All right. The first main part that your video is that your video must have captions. Captions are being used to describe specific parts of the video and what's going on there in that current frame or part. As mentioned above, it needs to be matched with the corresponding video clip. So you know that it's not random, right? Like, don't show somebody using like a lettuce spinner and be like, I love the color of paint on the walls outside. It's got to be relevant. It needs to be easily visible where people can see it. Like a general rule, if you're having troubles, figure it out. White text on a black background. Smack that on your video. It'll need to flow easily within the video. So like you're telling a story. You want to make sure that it's authentic and not salesy. In other words, tell why the product is useful by writing your content beforehand. So salesy will be a lot of what. What does it look like? What does it do? To make it more authentic, why do you like it? How does it make the person feel? Avoid the salesy. Nobody likes to watch that on Facebook.
Second main part is your actual video content or what video clips you'll use. First and foremost, a really important part of your video content is to make sure that your video clips are showing how actual people are using the product. For example, if your product is a neck massager, we would show people using it, laying down on it, and how it helps them out. Or if the product is something like a grass mower, you can show someone mowing the grass in the garden. Simple and self explanatory. Also, video clips should show product features that are essential for the product and that the potential customer could relate to. Your product video clips need to resemble your store design as well. So, for example, if you're showing the product in blue, your store needs to have some blue parts as well. And of course, it needs to be high quality. Also, your video itself needs to be fast and not slow. And you also do not want to have any watermarks or logos from other videos or supplier logos from AliExpress. That is definitely key. As always, the actual video content of your product, we always recommend to order the product itself and record a video on how to use it, or get one of your family friends to do that as well for you. But if you want to quickly check whether the product has any traction and whether it can generate sales for this, you can check AliExpress, eBay, or Amazon for any video content that you can find to use. Of course, don't steal the content, as you might get into trouble with Facebook real quick, which may restrict your ad account or even business manager. So be careful. If you made sure that your product video clips are not copyrighted, just download them from these platforms and move over to the next step.
Now let's check second by second on how you should structure your video ad creative. So it's going to flow like this. First, your hook is going to be 3 to 4 seconds long. 2, the problem agitator. This will be 5 to seconds long. 3, present the solution. 5 to 7 seconds. Next, you're going to provide testimonial or social proof. That's going to be 3 to 5 seconds. Now, we're going to add features. So parts 5, 6, maybe 7 are going to be 3 to 4 second features about your product. And finally, the last step, call to action. This is 5 to 6 seconds. As you can see, our video has to be really fast paced. Therefore, all of these parts should never take more than 7 seconds. If your feature is more than 7 seconds, rewrite it. And it should move fast to the other video clip. So your hook should lead into your problem, which will lead into your solution. Like it's going to go. You don't want people waiting, staring at a cool like intermission screen between clips.
Okay, so the next part is the hook. This is the most important part of your video. This is where you want to get them to stop scrolling through their Facebook feed and check your video ad. You want to have the number 1 point or solution or feature here. It should be fast and most definitely show the positive benefits of your product here. The main idea is to make your product pop. Show quickly the main benefits right here or any other thing that you think is making your selected product the product your target customer wants. As for your caption, have a caption that agitates the problem your potential audience might have without having the product. Also, make them feel that they need to actually watch the video and don't miss out on it.
The problem agitator. So this is going to be the second part of the video where you would need to remind your viewers about the problem itself and how important it actually is. And of course, why it needs to be solved. So, cool little gadgets and stuff, those are pretty easy to be like, this is a problem this gadget is solving. But sometimes it can be more difficult if you're selling a blouse or a pair of pants because you're like, what's the problem for a pair of pants, right? So if you're having troubles coming up with a problem, I highly recommend doing a brainstorming session on your product and ask yourself, why would you buy a product and what can that product do for you? Understanding the why is going to help you with building an ad that hits your customers, not just on like that looks cool level, but also on an emotional level. A problem could actually just be meeting a consumer's specific needs. So I also threw a hot tip that introduces you to consumer needs that we'll go over at the end as well, which is a really good way to find that problem agitator for products that don't actually that aren't problem solving products. They're, pretty products. In this section of your video ad, this is where you will show the problem. And in the perfect scenario, you actually want to show a person having this problem. Please remember that we're living in a world where people do not want to watch anything ads related. We hate ads. People hate ads. We have TikTok, we have Instagram, we have YouTube, and these all promote fast-paced first-person videos where you literally have no idea if this is an ad or content, right? You've got product influencers that are doing things, and then you'll see at the bottom of the post, this is a sponsored post, and you're like, what? So of course, if you didn't find the first person video for your product, like a video being shot with the camera in front of you looking at the product, just use the clips that you found earlier. Make sure they're not copyrighted. And basically, you just want to show the product as simply as possible. In the caption, you describe the problem alongside the video, basically explaining the problem and how important it is.
Perfect. And speaking of influencers, I have a hot tip at the very end, a toolbox tip actually at the very end of where you can find influencers. But now we will present the solution. This is where you simply need to present the solution to that specific problem you raised in the previous part. Of course, the solution is going to be your product. So make that problem and solution as simple as possible for your target audience. Don't make it confusing or hard to understand. If a person has a messy beard, the solution might be a beard straightening kit or any other kind of product.
Next is that testimonial and social proof. This one is really important to have because people love buying products that other people have already bought and tried and have provided a testimonial already. People are way more likely to buy a product if somebody else has bought that product and are like, yeah, everything they say about the product, it's true. It works, right? So if you don't have a testimonial yet, because you're just getting started, you can skip this part, but keep it in mind. Once you start getting sales for this product, you can reach out to your customers and ask for a testimonial. Be like, yo, I see you got your product. It's marked as delivered here. How you doing? You like it? You happy? And they might come back and be like, oh my God, it's terrible. In which case, you might change. Or they're going to come back and tell you how much they love stuff. And then you can throw them a discount code for 10% and they'll come back and give you more money. There you go. So for the testimonial caption, you can literally just repeat what the happy customer says in the video about the product.
I love reading reviews and testimonials because that really will be the selling point. Well, the next selling point for me if I want to buy something or not on a store.
Yeah.
Okay, the feature. This is the part where you want to show the main benefits of your product. What additional features does it have? What are the main benefits of having these features? Why would you even want to consider having these features in your everyday life, etc., etc.? This is where you want to know your product really well. Check out the AliExpress product listing, what it mentions about the product features there, and we always recommend having at least 2 features, but not more than 3, since it could drag the video ad too much in terms of length.
And then finally, the call to action. This is where you're wrapping everything up. You've got your call to action. This is where you can write on the screen to either share this video with your friends, mention any discounts, as well as let everybody know how and where they need to click to visit your store to buy the product. So, if you're advertising this specific product to go to your product landing page, make sure they know where that link is and where to click it. This is the end of the video is you've provided all this information. Now tell them what to do. So we've also put together, how many do we got here? 5 examples of really good video ads. Highly highly, highly recommend watching these. These are great inspiration. The formats are all done beautifully. You're going to watch these videos and you might even want to buy something. So, channel that energy into your own ads. It'll be awesome.
To the hot tip. Okay. So my hot tip, I have been listening to a lot of podcasts, and this one podcast really struck out to me. Like it's just about musician actually, and the podcast is called Study Hall Music Business and Brand Building with Ryan Leslie, and he's a super smart guy who went to Harvard and works in music, and he's a Grammy-nominated producer, singer, and a rapper. And he shocked the music industry in 2012 when he took his music off the streaming services. And as a result, he made more money. The whole point of this message is to believe in your ideas and think outside the box. So regardless if you can get inspiration from someone who is doesn't have to do drop shipping, it's just an idea that they came up with and they believed in it and they thought outside the box and made money from it, that's a plus plus. So he focused on this venture called Superphone, which is like a text message data management system that he expects will change the way we communicate with each other. So it's more personal, which obviously you can do as well with your dropshipping business. Be personal with your customers. I get text messages from a product that I recently bought, and it's super personal. Like it's not robotic at all. And I felt like I could connect with them. So be inspired. Just find inspiration, ideas, and stories from other entrepreneurs outside of dropshipping too, because I find that will, push you even more and motivate you to do the things that you want to do with dropshipping.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm excited to check that out.
Yeah.
I love hearing about people who successfully think outside of the box and do something cool.
Mm.
So, like I mentioned, my hot tip is an article that introduces you to the idea of consumer needs. Basically, consumer needs, this is the motivating factor for your customers to buy something. So, we don't just throw money to the wind for no reason, for the most part. I guess there's a few people that might, but for the most part, people don't. So, you have to meet a need. And basically, this problem and solution that you're providing in your video ad are going to meet one of your customers' needs. It's going to fulfill something in their life. And this is a great article that's going to touch down on different areas and different consumer needs that your products could impact. So if you're struggling to find that problem statement, this is a really good starting point for you.
The Toolbox Tip. I found a website that can give you access to influencers. Since we're talking about ads, clouthq.com. CloudHQ is designed to give you relevant information you need for sourcing and collaborating with influencers. It could be micro influencers or macro influencers, but suggesting that you should work with micro influencers because they're more, in tune with the people that follow them. So if you want to look for influencers, go to clouthq.com.
Right. So my toolbox tip is a article called Emotional Writing Tactics for Facebook. So I get a lot of questions about people who are like, I don't understand how to not be sales approachy. Or, it's real hard sometimes for people to break away from being like the what and to the why. So this is a really great article if you're struggling to add that hint of authenticity and personability to the wording in your ad. And this can work for your video ads. This is good for basically posting anywhere. And emotional writing tactics are good for everywhere in your brand, not just on social media. So don't think that this is only for Facebook. Like this is, you want to communicate with your customers personally and authentically. If they think you're just some robotic salesperson, they don't want to be your friend. But be a person your customers are like, damn, I love it when they send me messages.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good tip.
So that's our show for today. Leave a comment in the chat or in the video description. What did you like? What can we do better? Also, make sure to let us know whether you have any ideas on what you would want to learn from us. Furthermore, please make sure to contact us via the Oberlo app with the hashtag of Real Talk and your question where you need help, and our team will be able to help you out ASAP. I look forward to seeing everybody next week.
Bye.
Cheers.